Alright, well, I'm not sure why I started recording like that. I could have just pressed on the hotkeys. There's me dying. Anyway, so I just made like a 30-40 second video of me ranting about how the circle was outside the map when I was playing a few seconds ago. The file got corrupted. That's fun. But anyway, yeah, and it was like 10 seconds ago, and the file got corrupted. Activision, I need an answer. That guy's skin changed. Alright, well, I can prove it, and I'm not just insane. Alright, I have a 2-minute clip that we can look at, but we're just gonna look at some screenshots. As you can see, this is outside the map by a long shot, and that's where the circle was. So you spawn in, inside the map, or at the boundary. You start dying to the gas, or you get a kill timer on your screen. You can go back into the gas and just die slowly, or you just get insta-killed, you know, from being outside the map, because this game works really well. I don't understand what, like, and here's it again before that. At least it's a little bit, there's some area that's not covered by the gas, it's in, well, it's not even in a circle. There's just some area that's not, you know, covered in gas where you can be and not die. And then I have a 2-minute clip that shows you what I was recording, basically. Like, here it is. No, I don't think it captured. It's only 49 seconds, even though I clicked 2 minutes. Whatever. Yeah, it didn't get it. Alright, who cares? I showed you my proof. It was a pretty nice rant. I don't care anymore, because the file got corrupted. If this one gets corrupted, I would freaking... This game's cursed if this one gets corrupted. Because this is the only time that happened, that quickly. I had a different video get corrupted a while back. It was, a Siege video. I don't remember which one it was.
Captain Price just took 2 bullets to the chest and didn't even flinch.
FFAR, guys. The nerf really did it good. I mean, look at that ADS speed, so slow. And they still fix the kill cams. They still lag really hard, and they still look like anyone's cheating. They could be brain dead, not even though they're playing on a controller, and like throwing an actual dead mouse at the wall, thinking they're playing on mouse and keyboard. But it will still look like they're hacking because of the way their freaking kill cams are. I growl? Strange. Like, this looks alright, because it took him a while to kill me. But the FFAR guy, that just looked like some aimbot to the max. It just looked like he was, you know, snapping all over the place. But he very clearly wasn't cheating. If he was cheating, he would have killed me, you know, way before that. Hello, I'm here. I'm gonna lay on the floor. Die anyway. To do with the growl again, what the? This guy's playing on like 2 sensitivity. Why? I'm gonna do an off-pack opening soon. And if I don't get black eyes, I'm very upset. That's all I have to say, I guess. If this file gets corrupted, I swear to God, if I have to re-record this video, even though it wouldn't be re-recording, it'd be recording a new video, because I'm not gonna go on the same rant again. Like, honestly, I should have just streamed it, and then I could have had someone clip it for me, or clipped it myself, and then upload it. And then it wouldn't have got corrupted, and if it would have, I would have went back and just clipped it again. Because, you know, I can do that. But no, I'm like, I'm just gonna record it, man. And this is what happens. File gets corrupted instantly. Hello, default. No. What? He's below me. Oh.
I like how the dude FFAR last 3 bullets. I was on full health and again with a headshot and he threw it away.
Dude, the FFAR, dude, this nerf was so good. I've never seen a nerf this good. I mean, the FFAR is just unusable. I swear, man, even a pistol can beat it. If you actually think that this nerf was good, you are so stupid and delusional that you probably don't even play the game. You're probably sitting on Fortnite with a freaking 3-round burst pistol, thinking that that's the FFAR. That is probably what you're doing if you think that this nerf was good. It's like, yeah, they had a slower ADS speed, but only for the build that everyone used, so if you switch to a different build, it still has that ADS speed anyway, like the guy from earlier, so it doesn't matter that they nerfed it, because they only nerfed one variant of it. It's like if you went back to one of the older games, like Advanced Warfare, Infinite Warfare, and nerfed a variant of the gun, thinking that the gun wouldn't be as good, like the Battle 27. If you would have just nerfed one of its variants, it wouldn't have meant the gun wasn't good anymore, it would have meant that variant wasn't good anymore. It's stupid, and I don't know who is out here doing nerfs and buffs, but they should probably be fired, or do a drug test at the very least. Because I'm not sure what they're on, but whatever it is, it must be good. And what the frick, the aim assist in this game is so strange. You saw me, I was parachuting in, and it kind of just snapped to that guy like that. A little bit to my left, for no apparent reason. Oh, I hit him with an AN-94 at this range, but not a sniper. Look at that, guys. And even better, the rose skin. And people don't want it changed because it ruins the aesthetic of the character. Who cares? If the aesthetic is the character lets you sit in a corner, unseeable, when no other skin can do that, then I don't care. You should be able to change it. I'm just gonna die. I miss every shot. I refuse to aim out. About to say, if this guy let me kill him, he's got a bullfrog and a Milano. What kind of... No, an Uzi? What?
A full 30-round mag into somebody's chest should kill them, you know?
No. Not for the FFAR.
This game's large.
The FFAR should shoot Nerf bullets. That's how I... You know, it'd be really funny if I looked over, checked if my chat was unmuted or not, and it's still muted. I would actually throw a brick through my freaking laptop. I don't think it is, because I made sure. Really though, like, the FFAR nerf was not good. They need to develop an anti-cheat system, and I know they can't, because not the engine the game runs on, but the server, that's the wrong word for it. But there is something that's fundamental to the game that you aren't able to put an anti-cheat into it, like BattleEye in Siege.
Dude, a blind kid could play this game and win, honestly.
Yeah, just give him an FFAR and like a log. Go ahead, E1. Milano now. Like, this game requires like no skill to actually get some kills. Just a quick ghost. Like, I love COD, at least some CODs, I guess. I've played COD for a long time. Yes, guys, look. The M6, guys, I can't believe they nerfed the AUG. It's definitely gonna make a difference. Not like everyone's just gonna switch to the M16, you know, and it's gonna be better. Why? They don't foresee this? It's like, it's not really changing the meta if it's a gun that is virtually identical. The AUG and the M16, there are very slight differences. The AUG, it was just better in a few ways. The recoil, for example. And now that the recoil is worse because of the nerf, everyone's just gonna switch to, you know, the M16, the better weapon. That's easier to control. Like, I mean, I'm running around with an AN-94 and a Tundra like an idiot. That's because I don't care. Like, Semtex. Semtex. Gotta kill, let's go. What the? Oh, okay. Like, Rose skin needs changed. Or just removed in general and give people a refund.
No, because you know for a fact if they changed it, all the women that played this game would come out and say, oh my god, it's
not even the women, it's just the simps. People freaking tier 3 subs for Pokemon. They don't even play the game, they sit in the lobby and go and look at the Rose skin and just like drool over it. That's all they do. And they just, the aesthetic of the character. Who cares about the aesthetic of the character? If it gives you an unfair advantage just because you spent money, that's pay to win. Simple as that. It's not like you got it for free. If they made it a challenge that anyone could do to get the skin, I'd be fine with it giving you an unfair advantage. Because then you're choosing yourself to not give yourself the advantage. So you're the one. What is this? They didn't even have a shotgun for a few seconds there. But like, if they made a free challenge and everyone had it and could get the skin, and you still didn't use it, you're just putting yourself at a disadvantage on purpose. Like me sniping, for example, in Cold War. But since number one, it was limited edition and from Battle Pass and from Tier 100, it is therefore pay to win. Anyone who has it can very easily just sit in a corner in a shadow and not be seen with Ghost on and win the game or get very close to it without any sort of skill, without any gunplay, nothing. They can just be like, sit in corner with FFAR, and you won't see them. If you're running up a stairwell, for example, and someone's in a corner in a shadow, you're wearing, like, Otter's outfit, for example, you'll probably see them, because he's not a super dark character. Rose, you will definitely see her. What? That's the opposite of what I'm trying to say. You won't. Like, look at, any of these characters. Minotaur, if he would load. Alright, that's what he looks like. He looks like Minecraft. Minotaur. Minotaur? Alright. The only character close to, being as dark as Rose is Nikto's second skin that he got. The one with the red tracers. That one. That is also pretty dark, but it's not as slim. Like, tier 1, version of Rose is just virtually invisible in a corner. There's nothing you can do to counter it besides aim at every corner you see with a thermal scope and hope that someone's there. And that's about it. There's nothing else you can do to counter it. And simply because you don't have the skin, or you're not sitting in a corner with the skin, you lost a gunfight. And it's stupid. Like, there's nothing like that in Apex, or PUBG, or Fortnite. Because, number one, shadows aren't as apparent in those games. And number two, there aren't weird skins that are basically pitch black, where you can just sit in a corner. It's just stupid. They really need to look over these things, and it's been, like, what? That was Season 5 or 6, whenever that released? And they still haven't changed it? Warzone's been here since, what, Season 2? Whenever freaking Ghost released? I don't understand. Like, even his outfit, it's pretty dark, but it's bulky. Like, I don't understand anything about this game.
Who? Mine?
Yours. Yeah, Velicon.
Well, I mean, yeah, Velicon.
It's a dark skin, but it's like, it's bulky.
Yeah, he's
got
wearing
some
all
armor.
black, but it's not like you couldn't see him, you know?
Yeah, he's
Look at my
bulky, he's
own-
got the NVGs on, you could, like, there's things that you can see that would pick him out of a corner. Unlike Rose.
On the mask.
Yeah, unlike Rose, who's wearing nothing that isn't black besides a little bit of skin on her wrist. Like, honestly, I don't see how that makes any sense. If they just
Her
got
face
rid
is
of the
good.
shadows, if they didn't make shadows as apparent as they are, it would be fine. But since they are so apparent in buildings with staircases, for example, you can just sit in a corner and no one will see you. Even with, like, the only other skin I can name that's even close to being that good at hiding in corners is the Grim Reaper skin for Ghost. And also Nikto. Yes. Like, right there. If you hid in this corner isn't the best because it's got that light right there. But a corner like that up there, like with these shadows, and you just sit here, odds are someone clearing the building, just running up, probably wouldn't see you. Unless they were super meticulous, or they weren't in a hurry, which would be unbelievable because it's Warzone. And if you're not in a hurry, you're mostly camping. What? Dude, the A94. What? He just jumped off the roof. Okay. Oh, really? My UAV now. Yeah, anyway, and from all the leaks, it would seem that the, yes, card 98, nice, whatever. If I had a different sniper out of one, that's fine. Anyway, it seems that the map that they're releasing is a 1980s rework of the one that's already out. I can't show you, because I'll get freaking banned. But anyway, it's just a 1980s rework of this map. There's nothing different except a few buildings, like, Stadium, for example, aren't fully finished. You could just add the Blackout map, because number one, most people that play Warzone play it because it's free. Blackout wasn't free. You had to buy Black Ops 4 to play Blackout, and Blackout had a good map in my opinion. It wasn't a really good game, as there were frame drops, the graphics were terrible because of the engine they had it running on, so it could run at 60 frames with 100 people. But now with this new engine, you could easily put the Blackout map here and it would work, and most people wouldn't have experienced it already. Some people have, like COD veterans, for example. Yes. But not people who play Warzone on the regular, because COD veterans really don't play this game on the regular. And if they do, it's people who haven't played for all of COD. And even then, they probably wouldn't play Blackout to begin with, because Blackout was a train wreck. Its looting system was horrid. Its guns were actually nice. I liked its guns. But the map was amazing. And they actually did some changes to the map over time. Like, one time they did flood for a whole season, and then boats were better. So you could, like, boat through different places of the map. So having a boat would actually give you an advantage over a helicopter, because you wouldn't be as loud, and you would actually be able to move as far as them. See, that's the stuff I liked about Blackout. It was a dynamic map. It wasn't just static like this is. What's changed so far about this map? They added, like, they blew up Stadium. Not even fully. They just opened it. They added the subways. Wow. So dynamic. Cool stuff, man. And there's a Rose again. Alright. Oh, wait, let's see if we can get the kill, guys. Probably not. Where'd he go? This thing is actually terrible.
Let's see. I like the fact that our guns do the same damage as
Okay. Sorry, got a little heated there and shot its corpse like 20 times. The N94 is so bad. Why am I using it? I want this. Precision. Haha, I got the precision. Right. I don't think I can keep. Either way, my recommendation is to add the Blackout map. Because, as I've said, most people didn't play it back when it was Blackout. Because Blackout was terrible. Especially compared to this. But Blackout was a necessary step to get to this. Without Blackout, this game wouldn't be what it is. That was the first Battle Royale in COD. It was just a stepping stone. They tried their hand at it, realized it flopped, they didn't have enough development time. It was the same thing with Cold War. They had half the development time they're supposed to because they made a campaign. Activision said no, and then they had to make Battle Royale in half the time, in just a few months. Same thing with Cold War. Because Cold War was supposed to be a game made by Sledgehammer, and it wasn't supposed to be Cold War. But then they effed it up so bad that they actually, Activision had to come in and Treyarch make a game in half the time. But we're getting off topic here. I was just at the Blackout map. Really fun map. I think it would go well on Warzone, especially because it'd be running at 60 FPS, and it would have good graphics, unlike in freaking like old Siege looking graphics from Black Ops 4. Plastic graphics, honestly. But that's just my opinion. I don't know what you guys think. I mean, yeah, who needs a new map anyway? We'll just take a freaking the same map but make it 1980s. Whose idea was that? Like, people, sure, people know everything about this map, and that's not gonna change because they, you know, made it in 1980s and changed a few buildings. That's not gonna change. They just won't. So people are still gonna have these super cheeky spots. They're still gonna know exactly where everyone's gonna be sitting. They still know the circle rotations. They still know the hot drops. They still know everything. But in 1980s, it's stupid. And it's lazy. They are a AAA. I just get sniped at that range with the car on the game. They're a AAA game company. One of the biggest AAA game companies. And this is how they do it. After a year, they make this, like, not even new map. They make the same map, but change a few buildings, and like, basically change the theme. That's about it. I don't think they ever said anything about new buildings. It was just like, stadium, for example, is not fully built. The dam is just a bridge. Stuff like that. It's not like some severe change that people are just going to completely lose their bearings on everything happening in the game. No, people are still going to be very well acquainted with the map. They're going to know what they're doing. It's like when they rework maps in Siege. They actually do quite significant changes. Except for Border. Border didn't really get changed that much. But House, for example. House's rework changed a lot of things. People didn't know, like, every place to spawn kill from. Stuff like that. People will still know that on here because they're not changing a lot. It's the same map. It's lazy. It is, it just shows how, like, a lack of caring they have about this game. Because it's like, yeah, I mean, we've had a whole year of this game. It's the whole reason our series isn't dead. This series would be dead. If Cold War was the only thing you could play, it'd be dead. Cold War is such a train wreck. Warzone is the sole reason, on Twitch or YouTube. If you look up Call of Duty, you know what you're gonna find? Warzone. You'll find, like, Nick Merckx playing Warzone. You'll find freaking Cypher PK playing Warzone. Courage Shady. All these people, all these big streamers and YouTubers playing, Warzone. You barely see anyone actually playing Cold War getting a decent amount of views besides Jev. I can't find anyone else who's gotten more than, like, 500,000 views on a Cold War video in, like, the past, I don't even know. Since the game released, I guess? Maybe actually before the game released? There was a lot more hype for the game before it released than there was when it actually came out. And where the frick am I being shot from? A rose skin. I could have not died there, but I prefer to shoot the rose skin.
Because I don't like them.
Really though, I don't understand. Warzone's numbers will probably go down from this, or not, because, I mean, what else can people go play Apex? At least Apex made some new maps. Apex has Olympus now, it's got Kings Canyon, and it's got the other map that I can't remember the name of. And they rotate between the maps every, like,
I would
hour?
like to know why it's not letting me play multiplayer.
Oh yeah, and also multiplayer Spec Ops can't make broken. I have everything downloaded, but it doesn't let me play. So, there's that. But I don't really care, because I don't care about this game. I hardly even care about COD. I played more Apex in like the past week than I've played COD in the past month. So,
I played more Battlefield than I have anything.
yeah. Like, Battlefield 6 is going to be the savior of first-person shooters, from what it seems like. Because the next COD, going back to World War II. You trying to kill the game? You trying to kill the series? The franchise? Because that is the dumbest thing you could possibly do. Cold War was a flop. And now they're going to go back to World War II? Who's really going to play that? I know I won't. People who play Warzone aren't gonna. And if they do, it's just to unlock the guns so they can run around with a Thompson MP40 and stuff in Warzone. It's the same thing with Cold War. They're just, it's a funnel for people to play Warzone. It's like you get on the train. The train is Cold War. The destination is Warzone. That is how it works. They don't care about Cold War. If they did, they'd actually add a new map. The only map they added was Miami Strike, and that's just the same map they had. And they required, like, no work. They changed the lighting. Like, yes.
Very good.
And that was the only map they added. Since December. And they added, what? One new gun? The sniper? Which they just added? Oh wait, I forgot they added a crossbow. How could I forget? Like, the crossbow, no one cares about a crossbow. The sniper's most likely terrible. only really going to be useful for people camping in Warzone. Like, it's not going to replace the Car 98. Car 98 is just too good.
Nothing's ever gonna replace the Car 98.
Exactly. It's how
Unless
it is.
they add a new marksman mode. They add the scope and suppressor onto it.
The only thing that even comes close is the SPR, and the Car 98 still outsnipes in the second. And then there's like the M4. What? Yes, M4. Anyway. FAR, still pretty good. AUG, still pretty good. And if they nerf the AUG more, people are just gonna use the M16. If they nerf the FAR more, people are just gonna use the freaking LC-10. People are just gonna use the M4. People are just gonna use the Kilo. They're gonna use guns that were good, that were meta back in the day, that aren't anymore, but they never actually nerfed. They just introduced better guns. The M4 still slaps. Like, see? Proving my point. Thank you, good sir. Like, look at this. Look at this time to kill. Look at that. That's amazing. That. If they nerf the FFAR more, if they nerf it into the dust, like they did with snipers in Cold War, then everyone will just use the M4. It won't change much. Same with the AUG, they'll just switch to the M16. If they nerf the M16 after that, people will just switch to the FAMAS from this game. Like, look at this, the M16. It's not terrible, and it can replace the AUG in a second. And people can just go back to the Type 63 and DMR-14 if they nerf the M16. And if they nerf those, they'll just go back to the marksman rifles in this game. It'll be a never-ending cycle. Unless they actually add some form of weapon balancing that works and is long-term, which they won't, it's just going to be a never-ending cycle of switching from AUG to M16 if they are to M4. It's never going to end. It's just the way it is. But, like and subscribe for the crappy gameplay, but annoying content. It's just a rant, that's all it is. Hey, look, I'm Prestige 3, level 64. Guys, yeah, I teared up, let's go. And I unlocked a scope. Yeah, I'm so happy.